Hey, this is Lola, but you can call me Lola if you like.
Hi, this is Velisa, and you can call me Vels if you want. And this is the Everybody Hates HR podcast, episode 1, 2, 3.
Ready to give your performance and talent management a serious upgrade?
Meet TeamFlect, the all-in-one platform built for companies using Microsoft Teams and Outlook. With TeamFlect, you can manage goals and OKRs, run unbiased performance reviews, and share recognition and feedback, all without ever leaving Teams.
No more clunky spreadsheets, no more Word docs, and definitely no more chasing people around.
As an official Microsoft partner, TeamFlect keeps all your performance management and employee engagement processes right where your team already works.
From performance review templates embedded into Microsoft Teams to viewing goal progress inside ongoing team meetings, it offers seamless integration with your Microsoft 365 ecosystem.
Organizations all over the world are already powering up their performance with TeamFlect.
Looking to join them?
Try it free today at teamflect.com.
5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8.
7, 8. 8. How you doing?
I'm all good, man.
Guys, we're gonna try something. Chin Chin is sitting under Velisa's chair,
She already scared me. I forgot she was there. My foot touched her.
so we're just gonna see if it's gonna work. I'm not sure that it will work for the whole time.
You think she'll wake up before that?
It just depends, like if she hears something or if she, I don't know. But when she sleeps like she sleeps overnight, isn't it, for like 10 hours? So
Must be nice.
yeah, my baby's gonna be one in like, when this comes out, it will be 2 weeks.
You're going to get her cake?
I am gonna get her like a doggy friendly cake.
Oh, that's cute. So she can just eat it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures.
Oh,
She's just my baby for real.
that's
So
cute.
all the things that you expect someone to do who has no children but has a very, very cute dog, I will be doing. Yeah, so she had a little cameo in the last episode. I'm still keeping up with my projection.
Woo, 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 woo.
So should we get straight into it?
Yep.
I wanted to start by talking about something I saw on the Clock app. So I don't know how many people would have come across it, but there's this podcast called The Cutting Room Floor, and I only came across it this year. And it's a lady, she's a black lady, and she talks about fashion and stuff like that. So the most famous one, or the one that I was most aware of, was when she had Steve Madden on.
Mm-hmm.
So there would have been lots of clips of her interviewing Steve Madden, and that's when I decided I really like Steve Madden as a person. I didn't know anything about him before, but she's a really good interviewer. She's built, like, she has this podcast. The podcast is only available on Patreon. I think it's like $4 a month or something, but you could only listen to it on Patreon. So everybody who listens pays. That's her model, and it seems to work for her. So she's not going to make it bigger. She just needs to earn a living. So, and it seemed to be working for her. And she also had on Law Roach before, and he had given her exclusives on his relationship with Zendaya and all of that stuff. And I love Law. So she's just a really good interviewer. Like, she's been getting her kind of flowers, and I think more recently she's blown on TikTok. So more people have found out about the about her Patreon and about her podcast. And I think it was last week she did a post. Just to kind of, cut a long story short, she's now being dragged on TikTok. And it's because last week she did a post and it was about a job that she has. So she had said that this person is kind of a booking coordinator, studio administrator, and also going to be doing some PA duties. She wants somebody who is going to be available from 9:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. in person somewhere in New York, and that she's going to be paying $55,000. And the internet dragged her for filth. They tore her singlet up and down the streets of, the internet streets.
No benefits too, right?
And no benefits. And the thing is, I'm going to speak on both sides. 55K in the UK is obviously very good. Yeah. In New York, it's not very good. And everybody was saying those are like 3 different jobs So why are you trying to smush them into one, give a 55k salary and then have no benefits? Like, it's bad, you're underpaying people, it's unethical, blah, 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 blah. But I've got two thoughts on that. I'll get your thoughts. My first thought was, sometimes when you see two jobs together, and I'm for the people, it's been a while since anyone accused me of being, the capitalist slave or whatever, but sometimes you can have two jobs that are together. It's actually okay. So you can be office manager and HR admin. Not if there's full-time office manager duties and full-time HR admin duties, but sometimes they only have 30% HR admin duties and maybe 40% office manager. And actually, rather than hiring a 30% HR and a 40% office manager, you put the two roles together and you give them some other bits and it makes an okay role. I actually think that's fine. I think sometimes when people see two job titles in one, they feel like, oh, that's not fair. You're doing two people's jobs. No, it doesn't always mean you're doing two people's jobs. Sometimes you're doing one job which has two different elements to it. I don't know if about this particular job and the three different elements, but I think that's something that people struggle to get their head around. Like, obviously, if it's two random roles, like head of marketing and finance, like, it's not making sense. But sometimes you can actually have two roles that are together and they work. And then the other thing was fashion just pays people badly.
They do.
She's not the first, and she's not, and media, and she's at the intersection of both. She's not the first, she won't be the last. They're all paying people poorly because people are begging. Like, fashion is where unpaid internships used to run rampant. And I'm sure they still run rampant. They're just not talking about them as much. So she's not the first. And I saw a really good video on it, and it was like, it's so sad because they're writing articles about her now and how she's underpaying. But the whole industry's been underpaying for forever. So why is it now that this black woman is going to be the face of being underpaid in fashion?
When it's been happening.
Yeah. Big companies. Big companies.
It's all the parasocial connections that people have to individuals and stuff like that on TikTok. People probably see how many subscribers she has on Patreon and have worked out roughly.
That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They worked out they went and saw how many Patreons she has, or I don't know if they estimated or if it definitely says it there. They times it by the fee that she charges, and then they were like, you're making this much money, you should, be giving more to this person, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, this is why it's not good to give people transparency. Maybe, yes, she should pay that person more money, but I dislike the kind of, I don't know, the narrative that she's the only one.
She's not. Also, though, like you said, like she's at the, the hybrid and bridging the gap between fashion and media, etc. Like, she's in New York. That's like the land of the story, the grind, the hustle. Like, there's someone out there. There's a young girl or young guy who's into fashion who just wants a break. And how are they going to get that break? It's going to be via this woman. You know what I mean? It's not going to be forever. The connections, the network that they'll probably make just by knowing that individual, if they get on really well, it could open up other doors for her or him or whoever they are. Also, like, it reminded me, I was watching the Trainwreck series on Netflix. So they talk about loads of different things that have happened. So like there was like the poop cruise and
oh yes, I heard about the poop cruise one.
and like the Travis Scott stuff.
Astro World stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, is they all part of a series?
Yeah. So they had one on American Apparel, and when American Apparel first started, it was in New York as well, and they just basically pulled randoms off the street, like who wanted to be into fashion, who were into fashion. So there's this like this marketeer who he had no experience at all. He was looking for a job. He went to American Apparel thinking I could maybe work on the shop floor or something. And they were like, oh, do you want to do all the visual merchandising for American Apparel? And he was like, okay. But then by the time like American Apparel grew before it flopped, he ended up being like the marketeer, chief like marketing person at American Apparel. So I just feel like that comes a bit with the territory when working in
a small company.
Yeah, and things like fashion and stuff like that.
that is another dynamic to it. Like, it's a small business at the end of the day. And people, I don't know what counts as small business, if you're just talking, if you're talking revenue, or if you're talking number of people, how long it's been around, or whatever. But and I'm not even here to say that she shouldn't pay more money. Maybe she should pay more money, but I think there's no incentive. Like, people are just people, and organizations are organizations. So if the going rate for a role is X, it's only a very special person that will pay you 2x or pay you 1.5x. And obviously she's not that person.
Yeah.
And
she might meet someone who she really likes and she's like, do you know what? Maybe I can stretch.
Maybe. But I think if I'm in an organization, if I'm in an industry and I'm a small business owner, I'm in an industry where they're paying X. And I'm at the bottom of the food chain, and everybody else in these big companies is getting away paying, X or 0.8x. Why should I be the one to raise the bar? Like, obviously you might want to do it because, you're an ethical person, you're an ethical person, and you want all of that kind of stuff. But I just don't even think it's a fair expectation that a big company is not willing to shoulder the burden of that, but this small company should do it because of the visibility.
Yeah, but I also think the fact that, on the flip side, the $55,000, okay, cool. But now you're also asking me in New York to come in Monday to Friday.
That felt unnecessary.
Yeah, 9 till 6:30 with zero benefits.
Crazy.
I think the zero benefits would get me more because obviously they don't have the NHS. They don't have things like that. So you're saying if I hurt myself on your time, if I'm sick, like you can't help me.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, I think that stuff is more concerning than the actual salary amount.
Actually need health insurance as a minimum. Like, I actually think that's crazy.
Yeah, especially in the US. Come on.
Yeah, I think that is crazy. That is a bigger issue.
Yeah, it is.
Than the salary in itself.
That's more concerning.
And yeah, I just thought it was very on brand for everyone to like, and even the big media outlets are starting to write articles about it. How can big media outlets be writing about this one individual person with a podcast, but they're not talking about anybody else? They're not talking about, what these big fashion houses are doing, or these big, clothing companies. No one is talking about that. So yeah, I just thought it was an issue. The biggest issue actually is that she came online to advertise that. She hasn't got good self-awareness. That's what that has told me. She obviously is very good at interviewing. She's obviously built this podcast up, this business, this brand. But why would you come online with that and be like, this is the salary, knowing that it's not the best salary in the world? But the problem is, I think she just thought she gets a lot of love from TikTok and social media in general. She's getting a lot of love, and they've been really embracing her. Obviously, her subscribers have gone up and all of that stuff. And I think it lulled her into a false sense of security that this place is nice. But it's not. TikTok is soon to become like, I love TikTok. It's not there yet, but there's there's been some migration from Twitter. Some of the bad vibes from Twitter have come over. And I think she should have never brought it to social media. She should have just posted that job like a normal job. But she also wanted to leverage her audience, or the people from social media.
Yeah, she thought she was doing a good thing.
She should have put it on her podcast. The people who pay to listen and really invested, that's where she should have put it. But coming on TikTok, no.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
No way.
What a shame.
Yeah.
But I hope she gets the right person anyway.
It'll be forgotten tomorrow. And someone will apply. There was a girl who was like, everyone keeps saying who would apply to that job. She was like, me. Yeah. Me. She was like, I'm looking for a job. I'm about to get evicted, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. She was just saying how it would be a pay cut, but she would take it because she needs it.
Yeah, people will apply.
In this economy, she'll fill that job, no problem. You don't have to move, like.
I'm fine.
She'll move. She'll maneuver herself.
I do think though you're right in terms of she should have just advertised it as a normal role and not associated it with herself. I saw a clip actually of Krept and Conan, and Krept more so was talking about Nala's baby and how someone in their factory was about to leave, and he put the shampoo of Nala's baby in the lotion, and the lotion in the shampoo bottle and stuff like that. And I was thinking, when he said it, obviously I haven't seen any adverts to work for Nala's baby or whatever, but maybe the person who worked for it didn't really know he was associated with Nala's baby. But then when they started working there, maybe they realized who I'm working for, and that might have been one of the reasons that they've done it. I think it is difficult for people with profiles to hire well. It is difficult.
There's this whole thing, right? There's been this whole thing about as a founder, should you put your face out there because it gives you like, I think it helps with your story, but it opens you up to a lot more scrutiny when it doesn't work. So a good example of it working is Amma from Plant Made.
Yeah. So
great example. We know that she was made redundant during COVID. Her hair started to fall out. She started kind of putting together, making her own products. People started asking her on the back of that. She basically, she developed Plant Made, and everybody has been, super behind her, but her personal story and seeing her has helped. Another person who does that quite well, Grace Beverly and Tala.
Congrats.
Oh yeah, she got married. Yeah. Very, very cute. But Grace Beverly and Tala, I don't know what is it? Is it Odd Muse? Is it Amy from Odd Muse? Amy?
Yeah.
Amy from Odd Muse. Again, talking about your challenges. There was a time when she came on, she was like, I might just shut down my business. I'm really struggling. And then obviously Stephen Bartlett, he's a cloud chaser. But anyway. But yeah, like all of those people. But the problem is when it goes left, rather than when a brand does something, rather than attacking the brand, now they start attacking the individual because you have put yourself forward as the face of the brand. It happened to Amy when they were talking about Odd Muse. She was basically saying like, it's not the same as it's not fast fashion. And everyone was like, it is fast fashion. And there was just debate going back and forth on it. But no, where's the smoke for H&M? Where's the smoke for Zara? You're not trying to find the shareholders of Zara and trying to hold them accountable, or even the CEO, do you even know who the CEO of Zara is, or the CEO of H&M, or the CEO of Topshop, or whatever the case may be? But because they're so visible and they're so heavily linked to their brand, rather than directing the criticism or the feedback directed to the brand, they direct it to the person. And lots of people are just bad manner or wicked and jealous and all of that kind of stuff. So you get that all mixed in with the feedback. So there's just been a lot of discourse about whether building a brand, you should be the face of it, or you should use, like, who else? Another one who's really good, and she's definitely the face of her brand, is Versailles. Kai.
Oh, she's
Kai.
amazing.
She is, her and her brand.
She's putting her mum now. So cute.
Yeah, her and her brand are basically inseparable.
Yeah.
But it also means that if something happens with Kai now, she is going to, like, there's no hiding for her.
But that's what has happened with her. When she did the promo with the strippers, do you remember? And everybody just went straight to her. They attacked her straight away. Yeah.
Was she in that video? Was she in that?
No. It was just the idea of it. Like, people just didn't mess with, and they went straight for her. Do you know who is really good as well, being the face of their brand? Clint for Cortez.
Yeah.
He did a pop-up in America, like all around America. It was very, very cool.
He's very good as well.
He's good, yeah. But again, if anything goes wrong.
Who else? I'm just trying to think. Who else is the face of their brand? I mean, where the brand is not like a podcast or something like that.
Nala's Baby, Crept is the face of Nala's Baby and Nala.
Yeah, Nala's Baby, and then I can't. It's just Grace Beverly.
But it's just so interesting because, like, Rochelle Humes, for example, she's attached to My Little Coco, which is like direct competition of Nala's Baby. But I don't associate Rochelle in the same way with My Little Coco as I do with Crept. Is it because it's named after his daughter?
I think that's part of it, because it's Nala's. Because they have literally positioned it as like, it's a proper family business. Do you know what I mean? That's how they've done it.
Like, Nala doesn't use Nala's Baby anymore anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know
it's not
that?
working for her.
Really? Did they say that?
Yeah, it's not working for her.
said that?
Yeah, it doesn't work for her. It used to, don't work for her anymore. I love Nala's Baby, but yeah, it doesn't.
But yeah, so Nala, they made Nala. Like, they put her face all over the internet and however you feel about that.
It's in his rap lyrics.
Nala. And then this is called Nala. Like, I mean, if Rochelle's brand was called Rochelle Baby or whatever, if we knew her children and we knew the children's names, then maybe it would it would work like that as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I think it's not the way to go, personally. I think, do you know what? I think there's a lot of benefit in it, but you just have to be aware that that is a possibility.
Yeah.
That they will cook you. Like, do you know, I don't know if this will make it in, but do you know who else is the face of the name of their brand?
Who?
A. Slow Jams with A.
You want to go there?
It's not even funny, but yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. That brand is going to tank now. And I think there might even be other people involved. Basically, Slow Jams with A is an event, and is he the main guy?
The DJ, Triple A,
the DJ, the main person has a lady has recently made allegations of sexual assault.
A 22-year-old, and he's 30.
So even if,
and she worked for him, so technically this is relevant. She allegedly she wasn't working for him at first when they first met and were doing whatever they were doing, and she's in the creative space and started doing things with Slow Jams with A, which is his event that he does, and he's the main DJ, and they got intimate. She's saying it wasn't always consensual, he's saying it was always consensual, but he released a statement saying when things got professional, he should have cut off that side of the relationship, and he didn't. And I'm just like, bro, she's 22, man. Like, what are you saying right now? Like, this is all irrelevant.
But listen, this is actually very small business. This is very small business.
Yeah, and also because I know people that are actually associated with him who are really like nice people to my knowledge, and it's always a shame when things like this happen, and it also drags other people into it. But that's what I mean
about being the face, being so closely associated with your brand.
Yeah.
Then now, even if you're not the only person, there's other people that it's going to affect. When you misbehave or when there's backlash for you, it can bring down your brand. No one can, a load of these big brands, no one can ever the actions of no individual person
can bring down PLT. Ain't no way.
Even if we know who owns PLT,
yeah, but still,
and even if they started doing madness, they're not associated. Even though they reap all the rewards, they're not associated with their brand like that. So it will never happen.
It won't.
Doesn't matter what they did. House of CB, we know who owns it.
Now Connie's been dragged.
But what she does, but maybe because it's just so big now, I don't know. But what she does, I don't think, like, we know who owns it. She is somebody who kind of was the face of the brand as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like as it's gotten bigger, there's been like more distance. And maybe it's because she got dragged. I don't know. But now, because she's gotten, because it's actually as it's gotten bigger, there's more distance. So if she does something, I don't think it will negatively impact on House of CB in the same way. But I don't know if that's just because of scale.
You might drag me for this. I love my people, but when your target audience starts to shift and diversify, the noise also gets quieter. You see, you said no podcast, but you see Shits and Gigs, there's a reason why they're still going. And it's because the target audience that they have, they don't care. Sidemen are still going because of the type of audience that they have. If they were still having a predominantly, I'm going to say it, black audience.
I don't think it's black, you know.
It is.
Let me tell you why.
House of CB is not just black girls that wear it.
I don't think it's because of the blackness or the not blackness or whatever the thing. I think it's men. Like, not with House of CB, but with Shits and Gigs. Men don't care about a lot of things.
They don't. They have a high female audience though, like a high population of females that watch them.
Do you think?
No, they do. They've said it.
I would have said it was mainly guys.
It's Sidemen, I would say, is mainly men. Yeah, but Shits and Gigs is actually quite balanced.
It's quite palatable. Yeah, because men have never cancelled anybody.
They don't, do they?
I'm trying to think. Who have men cancelled? Men that actually.
From when men support footballers, football teams, where, you know, it's like Suarez. Do you remember when he bit someone?
Yeah.
You know, he recently just spat on someone again, and it's like, you know, that people are like, no, when he played for Liverpool, so I still have to. Yeah. It's
exactly.
true. They don't care. You're right. They don't cancel.
I'm literally trying to think of one person. There's people that we have all collectively cancelled, regardless of gender. Like, everybody has come together to cancel, I don't know, R. Kelly or whatever.
Yeah, but I think it's genuinely because it's like, if you don't, optically, you just look terrible rather than, do you know what? I know someone, you know them too, actually, and he still listens to R. Kelly. You don't give a heck.
Privately though, innit?
Yeah. But you know who it is, and we say he's a bit of a nerd and a weirdo. Lisa. We call him Lisa.
I think I know who it is. Anyway, I think I know who it is. But yeah, men don't cancel people.
They don't.
But anyway, founders, yeah. If you're a founder and it's a business which is targeted at women, yeah, I think it's a risk. It's a risk. Even if you're a man or you're a woman, but if your business audience is women, I don't know what it is about it. Like, but you would get like, I don't know. I don't want to genderize it, but it feels that way.
I hear you. I'm just trying to think, like, you know, like Molly May has maybe...
which people only bought because it was Molly May.
Yeah.
There's a difference though, actually. There's a difference between you're somebody and you build a brand and therefore your brand is associated.
Rather than your brand makes you someone.
Yes. Like someone like Amy from Odd Muse, we know her because of Odd Muse. We know maybe because of Molly May.
Yeah.
And we know Amma because of Plant Made.
Yeah, we know Lola's Baby because of Crepes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's like an influencer sort of making a product
versus
a product turning the founder into an influencer.
Okay.
Or a voice or a person of influence. Yeah. I think it really does depend. That makes a difference. But also, I don't know, the people who are most closely associated with their brand is the one where they are we know them because of the product.
Yeah. But I just also think it's how likable are you as well? For example, you know Melissa's wardrobe? I think she's one of those individuals where even if something went a little bit wrong for her audience ain't saying nothing. They'll be like, oh, Mel, like, you know, that's a bit of a howler, but let's keep going kind of thing.
But you know what it is? I think it's because generally she comes across as a good vibes
She's
person.
likable.
And also, I think it's because people think or know she is a good person. And that's because she's very real. Yeah. And also, we all know in our hearts, that if... I'd like to say that I wouldn't always do it. But Melissa, she has the ability to make a check of so many things. The number of things she must turn down because it's like...
100%.
She doesn't believe in it. So we know that ethically she must be a reasonable person.
It's true.
Because she could actually just be promoting anything up and down. So many people, so many companies would pay her, but... she gives the impression, and she says it, and we all believe it, that she only promotes what she uses. She only promotes what she believes in.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people can respect her. We believe that she has integrity, and actually she's not someone that you would want to drag. Like, you would feel bad about it because I don't know, it's like a value exchange. We know that she's actually put her time and effort into curating stuff and sharing things with us, which she thinks are going to be good for us, and she knows have been good for her.
It's likability. It's the way she does it as well. She'll just be like, no makeup, hair looking anyhow, and she'll be like, guys, these M&S shortbreads, like, do you know what I mean? So it's like,
I love that partnership with her and M&S, by the way.
It's amazing.
It's literally a match made in heaven. M&S, they have done a crazy rebrand in the last few years. Like, even M&S clothing from M&S, it was just mums. Like, it was, except
now speak
underwear.
for yourself, because that underwear had me from day one.
That's what I was gonna say. Except underwear, we've all appreciated the underwear.
But now people are wearing the
I was gonna say that when I was changing today, Velisa was very inappropriate. But also, I was showing
your minimizer.
It's from M&S. Always M&S.
Yeah, M&S.
But I'm saying, outside of underwear and lingerie and stuff like that, there was a time when M&S clothes were just for like mums or grandmas.
Yeah.
And now the rebrand has been crazy. And I'm glad that they
brought Melissa's part of that.
Yeah, I'm glad that they brought her in because she's been a big part of it, and she's the perfect ambassador. I love when I just see partnerships that just make
organic.
So much sense.
Yeah. But it's because she was doing it before they were paying her. That's why. Yeah. So now they have to pay her because they have to pay attention.
There's something like that. Like, a lot of people don't want to do that. I think a lot of influencers, the idea of like posting something consistently, because she has consistently been
she has
M&S.
She has
posting posting a company consistently, and knowing that company is making money off you, I think is too much for some people. Like, the moment you start to think, okay, do you have the ability to let something marinate? The moment you start to see, hey, I'm posting this thing, this company's making money, you're straight in there like, okay, I need to start making money now, or I'm going to stop.
Because to be fair, like even with Aveeno oil, it was the same thing. Like Melissa was saying, oh, this is good, this is good.
I think with Blank Street
and
too.
And then it just like turns into something. But that's like her story now. Like that works for her. Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I say. We know she's a good person because we know she could be doing rubbish.
Because that's what some of these influencers be doing.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're doing like, we know they could be doing. We know she could be doing rubbish and she doesn't do it. But yeah, I think if she had a brand and it went, something bad happened, I think people would give her grace. But not everybody, because again, there's wicked bad man people.
Yeah, but those are just like weirdos.
Yeah, but I do think there's some people that it doesn't. They're just waiting for an opportunity. There's a page on Instagram, yeah, which is like, I don't know if they're trying to become some like mini shade room for a very niche.
Oh, the one
British,
on TikTok, you mean?
Yeah, over Sabi.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
And the reason I say it is because it doesn't matter what they post. They could post me and you, and somebody will be in the comments, oh, I never liked them.
Literally. Someone's biggest hater is always in those comments.
That's
always.
what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Even if it was Mel, and everyone, I think, generally likes Mel, there will be somebody in there who be like, oh, I never liked her.
Literally.
And she always gave me bad vibes.
All these burner accounts just enter those comments so quickly.
Oh my God, I did a circuits class like 2 days ago.
It's making your abs hurt.
At the end, when I'm laughing, my abs are hurting. Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, no, every time they post somebody, oh yeah, there was something off about him from the beginning. That page is very messy though.
It is.
I'm not supporting the page, by the way. I'm not telling you guys to go.
No, don't.
But the stuff is very niche. I can't explain it. It's like, what are I even know some people they post on that page, so I can't even talk about it too much, but it's very niche. It's very Black, British, UK, London.
It's bad vibes, isn't it?
It is very bad.
It's bad vibes. But yeah, should we do a case?
Let's do a case. I've got one.
Go on, go for it. For once.
Don't for once me. Don't for once
Even though this is on my TikTok.
I have allowed, no, it's on my TikTok. It's on our TikTok.
It's on mine as well. I did it.
When?
I did it before you did it.
Which one?
The one you're about to do.
Co-op.
Yeah.
Really? Missed it. Anyway. It's not plagiarism. This is real research. So, okay, Co-op. So there was a guy in Co-op who had been working there. He worked in the warehouse. He had been working there since 2015. And in 2023, at the end of 2023, in December, one of his colleagues basically went to their manager and said, a Black colleague had said that he had been making inappropriate noises towards him and it was making him uncomfortable. One of the noises was like a Michael Jackson, high-pitched Michael Jackson noise, which I imagine it could only be like, there we go, that noise. And then also he said, very concerningly, that this colleague had also been making monkey noises and he feels that they were directed at him because he was Black. So the manager then passed it on to another manager who started an investigation. During this investigation, they interviewed the man, what was his name, Lucas, who was the one making the Michael Jackson noises, and then they interviewed the colleague. We don't have his name.
They just called him SM.
Yeah, so we called him Sam. Sam, and then a third person. The third person said he had witnessed Lucas making these the high-pitched Michael Jackson noise, but importantly, he didn't say that he had heard the monkey noises. Lucas was suspended pending the outcome of the investigation and disciplinary process. And when he was interviewed, he said, look, I did make this high-pitched Michael Jackson noise and I did make some other noises which he described as orgasmic noises. So he was making sex sounds. And he said, yeah, it was really childish. I know that it was very juvenile, but I wasn't trying to be racist. I had no intention to be racist. I didn't make the monkey noises, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I wish somebody had just told me. So he wishes that colleague Sam had just told him that it made him feel uncomfortable. He said he would have stopped. So Co-op said they have a zero tolerance policy on bullying, harassment, discrimination, and whatever. And they eventually dismissed him. They said because of the zero tolerance. And in his dismissal letter, they wrote that he had been making high-pitched noises and also had made the monkey noises. And obviously, they never were able to corroborate that. Sam had made the allegation. The witness had said he heard the high-pitched Michael Jackson noise, and he did say that Sam seemed distressed by it. And Lucas had admitted to making the Michael Jackson noise and some other orgasmic sex noises, but he never admitted to making the monkey noise. So they basically hadn't actually proved it. So Lucas was dismissed. He took it to tribunal, and he actually won, and he ended up winning £10,000. And basically the reason that he won, they said it was unfair dismissal, because even though they had gone through an investigation process in a decent enough way, they hadn't actually, like, the outcome they reached wasn't the outcome they should have reached based on the information that they found. So again, they said it was gross misconduct. If he had just done the Michael Jackson noise and the kind of high-pitched sex noises, would that have been gross misconduct? It was only gross misconduct because they said that it fell short of their bullying and harassment discrimination policy. But actually, throughout the process, they haven't proved that he had done that. So he was dismissed because he had done something that they didn't prove he did. However, the judge had reduced the award by 50%, so it would have been much higher. But the judge basically said that, you played a big part in this. You were acting very unprofessionally, being very juvenile. And if you were at the center of all of this, like, you created this situation. If you had just been like a normal human being, professional in the workplace, you wouldn't be in this situation. So I'm not going to give you full compensation because basically you don't deserve it.
Period. One of my questions is, what does the black colleague look like? Because even the Michael Jackson noises, if, for example, he has a jerry curl, do you know what I mean? Like,
an afro.
Because then the people doing the investigation, they might be thinking, oh, who cares about the Michael Jackson noises? Like, that's not how, why would that in itself be offensive? But if the black colleague looks a certain way, where maybe he was trying to imply he's got a light skin or dark skin friend that looks like Michael Jackson, then that could also be like, it could land in the area of discrimination. But obviously.
But I think the issue is that they didn't get that far. Like, they just said, okay, Sam said it. And he admitted, as soon as he sat down in that disciplinary and admitted something, they was like, okay, well, he's guilty.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And that's why, people don't like to admit things. Sometimes, it's all right to cop to a little something that you did and show remorse. And I think that's what he was trying to do. So he did say in the meeting, he was sorry and he wished it never happened. But that's why people don't like to admit. That's why people deny to the very end, even though sometimes telling the truth is helpful. It's because of stuff like this. They just he just admitted to a part of it, and they just said, okay, well, you must have done it then. And there's actually no evidence to suggest that he actually did the worst part of it.
Yeah. When I did the case, I did say, I appreciate that these companies are standing on business and saying, you know what, we don't stand for this, we don't tolerate this. But at the same time, you have to have balance and actually listen to what is being told. And even if your moral compass doesn't agree with it, you have to think, okay, process-wise, was this fair? Outcome, is this fair? Like, is this sanction appropriate for what I have heard? Like, can I prove that if at any point I need to, that this actually happened? Because there's a lot of cases happening like that where either a process wasn't followed or the sanction that's given is too extreme.
Harsh.
Yeah. And it's like, and sometimes I wonder as well, like, even with this one, was there something already there where they were like, okay, this is our out with this guy. Like, this is our way to get.
They said he hadn't ever been in any trouble. To be
fair, they
but
did say that.
Maybe it's just that it wasn't documented.
Yeah, they did say that.
But to be there for 2015, so it would have been
10 years. No, less than 10.
Just 9 years by the time he was dismissed. Like, it's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
To not have actually done the investigation properly. And it's like it's sad because they had tried to do the investigation properly. Like, they suspended him pending the outcome of the investigation with pay. They had interviewed witnesses. They had tried to get some corroboration, but they just hadn't, it's like they were too trigger happy with it. Trigger happy.
And I feel like some of these HR professionals, some of these managers, they panic when it's to do with like race and stuff like that. You're hearing monkey noises. You relate it to like the current world of, there's football players recently who have been at these, big games, and there's monkey noises being made towards them and stuff. So I do think people then end up being hypersensitive to that stuff. They're in Manchester. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of context involved in that where I feel, you know, they think, okay, we need to do this. Like, this
Well,
is the right
and
thing
it's
to
like
do.
they want to do the
they want to do the right thing. Yeah, but
the right thing is only the right thing if it's
Yeah,
fair. Yeah, for everybody. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Also, I always say I'm very low ego. I'm a very low ego person. But I promise you, shame would not let me take certain things to tribunal.
no, 100%.
I could never
Yeah,
take that to tribunal.
100%.
I know that I was there making Michael Jackson and worse.
And
You're making
orgasmic
sex
sounds.
noises.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you making sex noises at your colleague?
Yeah,
And you have to write that stuff down, and you have
grown
to take that to
man.
tribunal. And to be fair, even just for not just 10K, but 10K.
You still have to work. You're still gonna have to find another job.
And now we all know that no, it would my shame alone
wouldn't let you.
It wouldn't let me take this to tribunal, especially when I knew I was. If I know that I'm wrong, then I'm not doing it. And it's not like, I don't know. You could probably go and get another job working in the warehouse somewhere else.
Yeah, quick. Yeah.
So shame would never allow me to take that. Now we all know that what he does at work and how much of a child and how pathetic his actions were.
Yeah.
Do we think that Sam was lying?
No, I don't. I'd like to think that he wasn't.
So you think that maybe the monkey noises were made, but no one heard them?
But you see me, like, I'm very, I don't know, I feel like sometimes I think I'm a bit tapped. Like, what he might have thought with monkey noises could have been the sex sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. It might have been a misconstrued.
Yeah.
Misconstruing the same noise.
Yeah.
I think that is probably the most likely scenario, because I think you have to be a very, very, very tapped person to go and lie that someone made monkey noises towards you. Because I don't believe that would have happened. But I also think if you know you made those noises and that there's maybe witnesses and stuff like that, you also have to be like fighting for your life to lie about it. And it would also, why would he have invented these sex noises when no one asked him about that to start with?
It's true. Because monkey sounds and sex sounds both go ooh and ah. They both go ooh and ah. Like, so if he's, going ooh, then do you know what I mean?
This is the bit that we're going to put on OnlyFans.
Then, there might have been some confusion there,
Do you know what? Valid. That is very valid. I think we've solved it.
Miscommunication.
I think it was all a big miscommunication. But yeah, I think that's probably what happened.
Yeah. There's a chance. It's literally the same.
Listen, I don't want to know what you're doing in your marital home, please. We don't need to be.
Let us see. Why am I in it? Why am I in it? Like, don't do that. Why am I in it?
Do you know what song it reminded me of? Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing,
that's
bang.
not what I thought
that?
you was going to. Yeah, but that's not. Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Did you forget Chin Chin was there again?
I did. I thought you were going to say.
No one will be able to see her, but she is so cute.
Oh, they can't see her in this shot?
No, she won't be in the shot.
I thought you were going to say a different song. I don't even know what song, but not that one. It's gone out my head. Anyway. It was another pop song though.
Probably one of those songs that we shouldn't have been singing when we were kids.
Yeah, probably. I'm upset. I can't remember, but yeah.
Okay. I think that's the end.
Yeah.
I feel like by the time this comes out, we'll have some things going on. I feel. Also, have we spoken about your event?
So I'm having an event called So You Want to Be in HR. It's virtual. It's on the 18th of September. If you want to get into HR, you want to take your next step from admin to HR advisor, you want to specialize in an area, you don't know where, you want to do CIPD, but you're unsure, join me for this event. It's with Aisha, who's been on the podcast before, who is also in HR. So it should be a good time. Tickets, I'm closing the link very soon. To find the link, go to House of HR, HAUS, of HR, Instagram or TikTok, and the link is in the bio.
I was just about to say something else. Our code for DPG is still active, so if you do want to do CIPD or Prince 2, you can use that. It's in our bio as well.
Yes. EHHR5.
Period. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
That's a wrap, guys. Bye.
Bye.